Basically, the most exciting thing in the world is having a kid that's on this diet. Like, if you haven't seen the stories of kids that are on this diet, you need to find them. Look up kids and children, infant, well, kids, children, infants, all those keywords in agenus.online. And just read those stories, or like type in genius. Also, you find genius children. And it's like, they are absolutely, like, every single one is like phenomenal. They're all geniuses. Like, if we had like, man, it's like a kid raised on the diet without injections compared to a kid with injections that's uncooked to it, it's like, we're all retarded. We're fucking retarded. I'm retarded, you're retarded, we're all fucking retarded compared to these kids. And like, oh man, like, our kids are gonna be like in another world as long as you feed them the raw milk. If you feed them breast milk, they're not gonna be as good as if they're on raw milk. Like, I know some people that they have kids and they're not giving the vaccines, but they're feeding the breast milk. They don't feed them the raw milk, and like, they're not gonna do as well. Yeah, they're gonna be way better because they don't have the vaccines, but like, if they were fed the raw cow milk, they would be like on another level. They just don't understand. And like, yeah, it's like, the breast milk's toxic because we're all so toxic. But yeah, I really want to see some kids on the diet. That would be so exciting. Even if they're not raised on the diet, like, let's say they're fucking 7 years old, or let's say they're 14 years old. If you're like still in like puberty and you get on the diet, like, you're gonna have like such a head start. It's like, I just like tells the story of this 15-year-old girl. He says that she was a B student and she wanted to be a ballet dancer. Her mom was going through divorce and she had the daughter, the 15-year-old daughter, and she brought her to consultation, and the mom forced her to do the diet, and she absolutely hated it. She hated Agenus, she hated all of it. But then 1 year later, she came into Agenus's place on her own, all happy, because she became like a straight A student without even trying, and the best ballet dancer in the school. And you know, it's like, if you're in school and you start doing the diet, it's like everything becomes easier. It's like steroids for your mind and your body, you know, without side effects. It's like, it gives you such an advantage over everyone else. It's like incredible. And just imagine some kids raised without all the brainwashing. It's like, without all the Disney movies, without all the degenerate culture, without all the bullshit, you know. It's like, man, there'd be so much difference. Like, because look, I'm still brainwashed in many ways, and everyone is, you know. It's gonna take a long time to unlearn all this stuff. It's like, learn how to actually behave and interact and socialize with people. Like, we are so degenerated, we do not even know like what we're supposed to be like. So like, one important thing for when I raise my kids is, for a lot of things, I'm gonna try not to tell them what the answer is. I'm gonna let them figure it out, because I don't want to tell them what something is and end up being wrong and then have them to believe it. Or like, if I do, I would tell them, but I'd be like, I don't exactly know, this is my guess, you know, for a lot of things. Because like, you know, you program them. Like, I want like them to be like pretty open and free. It's like, you know, I don't want to like to condition them. I want them to like find a lot of answers for themselves, because like, it's so much easier to find the truth from a fresh state, you know, because they don't have the bias and conditioning and brainwash. So they can like, their instincts are gonna be so much better. So it's like, I can use my kids to find the truth, because whatever their first instinct is probably gonna be closer to the truth, you know. You know, like, yeah, they say some silly things, and you know, and like, you have to like filter through that. But it's like, a lot of their instincts, you know, their intuition is gonna be much more powerful, because they don't have the conditioning and a lifetime of poisoning and brainwash. So Ajna says, while the woman is pregnant, if you want a very athletic child, eat red meat. If you want a calm, collected, and intelligent child, eat fish and chicken. If you want something in the middle, you eat a little bit of both, you know. For me, I'll probably want a calm, quiet kid. So I'll have my wife eat lots of chicken and fish. You know, I don't want a kid running around spazzing out, you know. But the thing is, look, if you, like, let's say like, you're on the diet, let's say you can't get somebody to get their kid on the raw foods. If you can at least get them to not give the kid any fruit juice, or like, let's say no fruit, no sugar at all the first 6 hours of the day. Look, in some tribes, it's illegal to give the kids fruit until they're 16, because it makes them emotional and irrational. It's like, if you have kids, you're on a raw diet, you're on a cooked diet, just don't let them eat any sugar. No processed foods. Feed them meat, milk, and eggs. Raw milk, of course. If you can't get raw milk, don't drink any. So, you know, it's like, man, like, if you can't get the raw milk, you eat meat and fat trimmings and eggs. The vegetable juice. And look, kids don't need vegetable juice until they're 16. If they're raised in the diet, they will never need vegetable juice. Like, maybe every once in a while they need a few drops, you know, because they're not toxic. So, like, if you can just get the kids to, like, have meat and eggs in the morning and no sugar, and then send them to school with raw cheese and a milkshake, they will be so much more calm. Their ADHD will probably just vanish. They'll be so calm and they'll focus really well. There won't be any trouble. The problem with the kids is you're feeding them sugar. It is so bad. It's fucking child abuse to feed them sugar. I hate seeing kids eat sugar. It's like the worst thing they could have. And kids are always drinking fruit juice. That's why they're fucking crazy. That's why there's a stereotype of a kid being crazy. It's because you feed them fucking sugar. Like, they should literally have no fruit at all. Like, ever. Never. Like, yeah, maybe if they're sick, you can make them a smoothie because the fruit can help the detox. But you'd use fruit that's not ripe. And even for everyone else, you're supposed to eat unripe fruit. So let's say, like, your kid's gonna go to school and eat junk food, or go over to grandparents or something. It's like, if they're gonna eat the cooked food in the garbage, you give them lots of cheese cubes and you send them with a milkshake. You tell them to eat the cheese with the other foods, and they eat the raw cheese, absorb some of the poisons, prevent them from becoming a spaz, and then have them drink the milkshake so they're calm, they get the protein in their brain. And if you don't want a hyperactive kid, do not give them red meat. Give them chicken and fish.